Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how I built sales teams on a budget through AngelList for different companies. So stick around if you want to find out more. So if you don't know, AngelList is a huge website where people post different jobs, and whenever I'm building a sales team from scratch, it's always a good place to look at because finding local representatives in different countries or for different software products is pretty difficult. So this advice is usually for somebody who has maybe a software product, or they have a software agency, software development company, and they need help with sales, but they already know the idea of sales. They already sold things. This is not something new to them, and they just need somebody to help them out. So I'm just gonna share my process with you and take it or leave it. Step one, go to AngelList. You're here, great. Create a profile. This is my profile. It's pretty outdated, but it still works. So basically I have two companies that I'm hiring for here. One is my company, In Sales Academy, which is sort of a marketing agency. The other one is Salesforce Consultancy, Enehano. We have about 90 people and we implement Salesforce. So for both of these I've hired here. My profile is very old, doesn't really look great, but I just go to recruit, and this is free. So AngelList is free and it gives you some limits, but this is pretty good. Let's say you have some budget, let's say you need somebody to work with. As you can see, I have a couple of jobs already here. The first, but this one is the most recent one. It's Sales Rep Enehano. I have 223 active matches, I think, which basically how it works, it gives you profiles based on your search. So here's the search. I'm looking for somebody with sales sort of experience. And location is specifically in Eastern Europe because I want to hire someone who's in my time zone, but who's maybe less expensive than somebody local or something like that. So I'm picking countries like Serbia, Ukraine, Romania, and stuff like that. And you can find a lot of great people there. It gives you only these two search sort of options. Otherwise, you have to pay for it. And I'm looking for remote people, of course. You get like 223 people. Now, what to do next? You look at these profiles and you start to match with them. So you can either say request to match or not interested. When you say request to match, you can say, hey Vuk, let's talk. I don't know, something like this, and then you send request. Now I'm gonna send a request to this guy. Poor guy, hopefully he's gonna be fine. Okay, so I send a request to him. Anyways, you match with different people, and then what happens is within this box it says applicants. And for this position, sales development rep, I have 11 applicants. I think this is like a very old one. Let's skip this whole thing. So then you go to conversations and you see different people who matched with you start, if they accepted it, you start matching together. And then also you see people who applied for the job. So you see these people actually applied for a job and they wrote me, hi Jan, I'm looking for a new job. I'm familiar with business, live in Vienna, my number. Hi, blah, 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 blah. So these are like great people, you know. These are great people. Unfortunately, we already hired. If I accept it, then he would come into my conversations. So they found the job themselves and they applied. So this is great. It gives you both ways. So I have a conversation with Denise, and we've hired her yesterday actually. Now, when you look at the job post, this is the job post, okay? I forgot to share this with you, but check it out. So I'm looking for sales development rep. I'm looking basically, and this is the value of this video to share with you how I build sales teams. Basically, I already know what works. At Enehano, for example, we have an account-based marketing strategy, and it was all depending on me. And we've tried many things. We've tried hiring local sales guys. We've tried hiring external consultants. But the best way to really move forward was to have me run the strategy and have someone help me out. And so this person is really there to, what will they be doing? They will be doing the whole outreach. They will be scheduling the calls. They would be following up on people. So they would be taking the heavy lifting from me so that I can focus on calls, on proposals, on RFPs, because that's the high value of my job, and I don't want to be buried in lead generation. But if you don't do this, you're going to have a problem. So assuming you want somebody like that, slightly junior than you already know how to close deals, you already know your sales process, and you have a strategy at least in mind, to generate some sort of leads. This is a great way to do it because these people, they cost anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,000 euros per month, and they give you a contracting deal. So you invoice them every month based on the amount of work they did. You agree on some scope, but basically this is a full-time position. They are not tied to any revenue. They don't have to hit any goals. Maybe they have some KPIs like we need a certain amount of meetings or leads, but I don't really give them bonuses based on that. When I hire for my other company, they have slightly different compensation plan. By either way, these are positions that take out the heavy lifting, and this is the position you need, because I see 100% of companies make this mistake where they hire a sales guy and they expect him to generate pipeline. Like, what? You need to have a system in place before you hire the salesperson to have leads for them. And if you don't, you need to hire somebody like this to build this engine. So we already have the engine, we already have the templates, we already have the process, the tools, the databases, the value propositions, the case studies. We know what we want. We want to work with banks. We want to work with this industry. Now, I need somebody to actively do this every day and to actively take care of our top of the funnel. This has to go on forever. And so that's what we're doing. And that's what my advice is to you as well. Like, hire somebody like this as your first hire once you yourself figure out sales. I'm talking outside of referrals. So you figured out your sales. You figured out a funnel. You figure out, okay, this is how I'm gonna generate some sort of leads. Then I'm gonna do these discovery calls. We have these cases. We know our niche. We know what we wanna sell. This depends on if you sell custom software development. This is very difficult. If you sell a product, then it's much easier, of course, and it's slightly different. But this is for people who have complex sales cycles. Maybe they have a smaller agency, or maybe they are even big, like we have 90 people. So we're a pretty big company, but I'm still hiring these people. And there are different sales team in my company, locally here in the Czech Republic, that doesn't do this, because we can get through, our funnel can be filled with different things. We are known here, we have events, we have a marketing department that helps us here, but I'm overlooking the international market, and there's nothing, nobody knows us, so I need this. So as you can see, like, it's pretty straightforward, maintaining Salesforce CRM. So maintaining CRM, sending cold emails, following up with leads, communicating with members on Teams, attending discovery calls, improving lead gen efforts, coming up with new offers for leads. We have a split within our ABM in different accounts. So we have high priority accounts, low priority accounts. This is already done so that this person can just onboard very quickly. Anyways, this is a position where you can find awesome people on AngelList for free, because usually in this company where I am, we have an HR department, and it takes forever to hire somebody through them. Like, they don't understand what I'm looking for, so I need to hire myself, because I just don't like counting on HR to find the person that I need. And then if you go through like random things, or if you hire these contractors or work on commission, or like these external consultants, this never works out at least from my perspective. You can also hire a company, which is like my company. We do B2B marketing, but in Enehano it's quite different, because we have a specific enterprise focus, and I need this person to be like very deep into what we're doing. So it's better to build this in-house than to outsource this process to a company such as mine. Anyways, basically this is the job description, and that's it. So we have these conversations, and I say, hey Dennis, can you book some time for an interview with me this week? Blah blah blah, here's my link, and I'm sending you some more job description. Check it out, the company is this. Then she said yes, and then what happens is we have a couple of meetings. I usually have just two. One, to filter out people according to if they are a good fit, depending on, do they have a freelancing license? Do they understand email outreach already? Have they done some campaigns? Can they find emails? Are they kind of experienced in slightly like sales, if they can, or in marketing? And I'm not looking for any grand things, like just 1 year of experience is fine. But just for me, so not to teach them everything, like this is LinkedIn, this is email outreach, like they should already know this stuff. Are they in the same time zone? Do they expect to work at least for 1 year and stuff like that? So I've hired my previous person here, who's leaving right now. I'm hiring this. She's just onboarded today. And my previous, my other company, In Sales Academy, where we do B2B marketing, that's entirely built on AngelList, because it's the best model for remote sort of work. Now, of course, once you build the company and you are already established, you don't want to do this. But most people who watch this video are not there. Most people need this help. So go on AngelList, create a job post, match with people, then email people back and forth, check their resumes, book a call with them. Once you book a call, have a qualifying call, figure out if they're a good fit. Then you arrange a second one. You talk specifically about the payments and stuff like that. And then at the end, you decide to hire them or not. And so it's pretty difficult. I had really great candidates here. Like, I had candidates where, for example, we target Scandinavia, and this one guy, I think this guy, he spoke Swedish language, which is perfect, but he didn't have other things in that we needed. So there's always kind of a guessing game who's going to work out. But this is a great way because, first of all, it's free. Second of all, it can find you awesome people on a budget. Like, these people have great English, they have great knowledge already, and they are pretty cheap. You don't have to hire them full time. You can work on contracts, so you can put this as an expense. And you can do this pretty quickly. Like, as you can see, when did we start with her? October 25th, which was what? A week and a half ago, I talked to Denise, and she's already onboarded. So you can find someone in a week and a half and already be part of your company, already be working on the campaigns and stuff like that. So this is pretty awesome. Let me know your comments below if you have any questions. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful. My name is Jan. If you need help with B2B marketing, B2B lead generation, B2B sales, check out my company, insalesacademy.com. And yeah, if you need Salesforce, hit me up as well. Anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Hopefully it helped. And I'm back on YouTube, so let's go.